Horse Lake, and of all things, you just pushed me in the lake. Later in the day, you and David were standing on the same wall. I thought now is the perfect time to get even. I ran down the hill to really push you in the lake. Alas, you heard me coming and stepped aside to let me. I got my second bath that day. Your old partner, Gail.
You just want me to read her too?
Read all of them?
You may get
Remember that?
I remember they came all wet. Oh, Betty came home laughing so much. He couldn't get over it.
My favorite memory of Bubba is the jokes he always told and the perfect facial expressions and sound effects to go with them. The joke I remember best is the group of Hoosiers and group of Kentuckians fishing on the Ohio. The Kentuckians were on the other side and weren't catching anything. So the Hoosiers said, "We'll shine our spotlight over and you can walk across on our beam." But the Kentuckians wouldn't fall for that. They said, "As soon as we get halfway across, you'll turn off the light." That's from Zachary. Here's one. I remember when you grabbed the back of the pew in front of us as you went down, then pulled yourself up with the same arm. It looked to us like you'd just been baptized, and we couldn't stop chuckling and shaking the pew all through the rest of the service at Cedar Lake.
That must be Judy.
Aunt Judy.
As he fell, he fell right in front of me, and as he fell, I said, "I now baptize you."
We couldn't laugh the whole service.
Benny always said this at mushroom time. "Did you hear that?" And when we said, "What?" he said, "The mushrooms, they're popping." Jackie Reynolds.
Yep.
And by the way, Christy Iniger sent happy birthday and "I wanna go home."
I wanna go.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna go
All
home.
the time.
I wanna go home. Okay. I don't know that I can narrow it down to one favorite moment. There were many that left such a lasting impression. All of the jokes, my first hunting trip, all of the trips to the farm to play with all the animals. The time my brother fell in the barn. That one time when I could truly and clearly see how much Uncle Benny cared for my brother and I. Mike Darty.
Mhm.
Do you want to take the rest home and read them?
Yeah.
Do you want me to keep going?
It's
Hmm?
it's what you want. I feel that.
He said it's up to you.
Okay. Uncle Ben, I remember when I worked for you and lost my billfold in the fast food restaurant restroom. I went back and right away found it, but with the $50 bill was gone, and it was all I had. Then on my next check, Uncle Ben reimbursed me the extra $50 that was stolen. It meant so much to me, as that was a lot of money to me. Tommy.
Mhm.
We were fishing at the Wabash and it was late at night. You were telling a story about the Wabash swamp monster. The best part of the story was, shoo. I don't know how to say that. Shoo. Oh, shoo. Okay, guess who?
Nick.
We went rabbit hunting, and there's a picture of you rabbit hunting. But didn't see anything, so we told jokes instead. Joshua. My favorite memory was stopping in when Benny and Donita lived, I think, on 37 south of Bedford. He was always happy to see everyone and always had a big smile. He always seemed happy. Cindy Howell Hicks. Dear Uncle Benny, I remember going to church with you on Easter Sunday. You had your hands full taking all four of us. I treasure your unwavering faith in our Lord and to your family. I'm so blessed to have that you are my uncle. Love, Linda Lou. My favorite memory of Ben is the time Donnie Box made an alloy spoon and Mom made sure Benny got it that morning when he sat down. The spoon began to melt when he stirred his coffee. We all about died laughing at the look on his face. He had to have his coffee ASAP. Becky. My favorite memory of Uncle Benny was that when he told that joke, you know the one, ha ha. That's Kevin. I always remember how Benny enjoyed the fact that his nephew, my dad, Charles, was older than him. Deanna. There you go.
Debbie, there is one little story I probably ought to tell. We were just married, kids were very small, and I think we were going to Cedar Lake, and one of them had to go to the bathroom in the back seat. So he went in a paper cup, and Benny's window was down, and he reached over and dropped that cup on the ground, and it come right back up on his face. He's a good sport, though.
You want to say anything?
What to prepare again? I just,
Oh.
you're both sit down and talk. Anyway, I appreciate everything very much. You, after all the things in my life, those I had, but you know something, what are you up to? One thing, if you don't know Jesus, if you ever get him, you've got time. Once you die, it's over. There's no shame. And that's what I found out. I found that out in my life so far. But if you haven't trusted in him, son, that's all.
Kind of on that note, it's probably the biggest instrument in my coming to know the Lord. His integrity and his sincerity about Christ is just more than you could just encounter any place. And at one time I was pretty much a hellion. But he stayed after me. Appreciate him. Have the highest regard for his integrity, his honesty.
Thank you, Dad.
Love you, Benny.
Thank you all for coming. Stay as long as you want, but I think we're done talking.